I spotted my husband and his mistress outside the maternity ward late at night, proudly cradling their newborn. This isn't just a story about betrayal. It's about the brutal, eye-opening moment when you realize the person you loved, the one you sacrificed everything for, was a viper, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And what a moment it was. It was past midnight when my pager screamed to life, a critical consult in the maternity ward. As I sprinted down the silent hospital corridors, my mind already racing through potential complications, I saw him, standing there, just outside the delivery room, a ghost in the hallway. Cedric, my husband. He was supposed to be thousands of miles away in London, starting a 2-year academic program. His face, when he saw me, froze. He looked like a deer. Caught in headlights, mouth agape, but no words came out. I had no time to question it, no time to even register the shock. A newborn was clinging to life, and my duty as a doctor, as an oncologist, was absolute. The baby had a congenital brain tumor. Complex, volatile. The room was buzzing with specialists, neurology, oncology. As senior oncologist, I was the lead surgeon. While I prepped, the low hum of chatter filled the background. Nurses, junior doctors, whispering about the young mother. Only 22, someone mumbled. Barely out of college. Had the baby before getting married. Then the quiet implication. The father's outside. He looks a lot older. They exchanged glances, not daring to say more aloud, but the unspoken words hung heavy in the air. I'd seen countless melodramas like this unfold in the hospital, but never, not in my wildest nightmares, did I imagine I would become the tragic figure in one. Looking back, the signs were all there. About a year ago, Cedric wouldn't stop praising one of his students. Then, 6 months ago, he suddenly announced he'd gotten an amazing opportunity for advanced studies in London. I was so consumed by my work, so dedicated to saving lives that I didn't question it. Now, as I stared at the name on the chart, Estelle, it clicked. That was his student. They'd been involved since her graduation, and had it not been for this desperate emergency, he might have kept lying to me forever. But I pushed it all down. No matter whose child this was, my duty as a doctor was to preserve life. Nothing else mattered. For the next 36 hours, I performed 4 separate intricate operations. Twice, I nearly collapsed from exhaustion right there at the surgical table. But in the end, we saved the child. The relief was immense, though shadowed by the reality that due to the tumor's size and pressure on the nerves, the baby would likely suffer from cerebral palsy. When I finally stepped out of the operating room, my legs trembling, my arms aching, Cedric was waiting. He had one arm around Estelle, his face etched with a look of deep concern. "Helena," he asked, his voice soft. "How is the baby?" In that moment, something inside me went cold. I hadn't slept in 2 days. I had just battled death for his child, his secret child, and all he cared about was them. Not a word to me, no question, no explanation, no apology. I answered flatly, "The child is out of immediate danger. However, there may be long-term complications. You should prepare yourselves for the possibility of cerebral palsy." Suddenly, Estelle shrieked, her voice shrill with hysteria. "You evil woman, you have no medical ethics. You saw I had a child with Cedric, so you used the surgery to hurt my baby." She lunged at me, fists raised, but Cedric caught her just in time. He turned to me, his face twisted with something I barely recognized. "Helena," he spat. "I can't believe you. I always thought you were principled and kind. But you brought your personal feelings into the operating room. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next."